Greetings, everyone. So I have here some an order I just received of some fresh mullein root. Now I have to admit, until fairly recently, I did not even know mullein root was a thing. I mean, every plant, of course, has a root, but I've never worked with mullein root in any capacity, fresh, dried, or anything. Like I said, it was very hard to find someone who had fresh mullein root. And the only reason why I was even searching for it is, as someone who suffers from back pain, lower back pain, I'm always searching for different things that I can use for inflammation when it flares up and things that are effective. And I came across a couple of studies that showed that mullein root was actually good for back pain and inflammation. Now, we know pain and inflammation, go hand in hand. So, I started searching and seeing if I can find some fresh root, because they say the fresh root is best, when made a tincture of and used for back pain and inflammation. So this is the second batch that I've received. The first batch I did take and make a tincture, started a tincture. Now look how light this root is, right? And then look how dark of a tincture it produces as it's as it's infusing in the alcohol. And I just started this on 11/1. So this tincture still has to go till mid-December before I decide to strain it. And I also, at the same time, I also started an oil. So the oil I started on the 4th. So, and most people, of course, use mullein for respiratory issues, soothing the bronchial passages and, demulcent, it's a demulcent, so it brings up mucus and helps, coughing and all of that stuff related to the respiratory system. So, but then, people use the flowers to make an oil for earaches. And what I'm doing is I want to create a more full spectrum type of, oil and tinctures. Now, the oil, I have a lid on it now because I've been shaking it up. However, when you use fresh roots and you work with fresh plants and herbs and roots, and you make oils, you don't want to keep them capped the entire time. What you want to do is you want to make sure, like, you cover them either with a coffee filter or some type of mesh, so that air, and the water within the roots and the plants can evaporate. Because what you don't want is your oil to go rancid, and oil and water doesn't mix anyway. So what you want to do is you want to give that water a chance to evaporate. So while it's infusing, you want to have it, open, to the air, but covered. And so, yeah, with that, I'm going to do, oil. I already have some flowers infusing in the oil. And so I'm going to mix them together and, kind of make a full spectrum type of, airdrop. So, and even, going back to how dark this tincture is, even the flowers themselves, the dried flowers, I mean, not the flowers, but the dried leaves, they produce a very dark tincture as well. So it's just always, interesting to see how, the herbal alchemy takes place, when you take something and, you change the whole structure of it once you introduce a menstruum, whether it be alcohol, oil, water, or whatever have you. But it's just always so amazing to see the process. And so, yeah, I'm very excited about, working with this root. And, I'm even more excited to find out, how well it will help me, when I get back pain flare-ups. So that's it. That's what I'm working with today, y'all. Fresh mullein root. Ashe.